Let me start by saying that everything contained in this video is my opinion. None of this is inside information, just intelligent guessing based on extensive research on the internet and foreshadowing in the game. There are rumors floating around the internet that World of Warcraft will end at level 100 or when Titan is released. I do not believe that either of these things are going to happen, and I'll tell you why. The first is that Blizzard is in the business of making money. They will not end the most successful MMO of all time while they are still making money on it. Second, Titan and WoW are different MMOs and can exist at the same time. If Blizzard were to discontinue WoW and Titan turned out to be a failure, they would be losing a ton of money. So that's not going to happen. This brings us next to what we can expect from the next expansion pack. We're a little over the halfway point in the life cycle of Mists of Pandaria. Traditionally, the fourth patch is the last one before we have an expansion. Some people are still ranting about the Emerald Dream on the internet. I personally do not think this is very plausible at all. Malfurion has emerged from the dream, Ysera is no longer an aspect, and the nightmare has all but been beaten in the book Storm Rage. All of these point to a non-Emerald Dream expansion. Yes, there may be an instance or raid set in the dream to finish off the nightmare, but that will probably be the extent of the content, and for that, I personally am glad. I have never liked the idea of a whole expansion devoted to being in the Emerald Dream. What can we expect to see? Well, I don't know for sure, but what I can guess at is either the next expansion or the one after that is the Burning Legion. Do not confuse the Burning Legion with the Burning Crusade. Crusade, by definition, is a skirmish or a war. The Burning Legion is a mass of demons and their leaders that are vastly more than the Burning Crusade could ever hope to have been. Rathian points to this and foreshadows it with the green fireballs that are approaching Azeroth in his questline. Will Azshara make an appearance? I believe that sooner or later she has to, either as a raid boss or possibly as the main antagonist in the next expansion, if it is not the Burning Legion as a whole. If she is the main antagonist, then the expansion after the next one will be the Burning Legion, which then would have the Legion either coming to Azeroth to eradicate the planet, or the heroes going to Argus or another world to take the fight to them. That is what I think would be a great expansion. Then the final boss would have to be Sargeras himself. There are other things that I can see possibly happening in new expansions. I can see Blizzard eventually giving the reins of the Alliance to Anduin. We already know that Vol'jin will probably be the one leading the Horde. Since both of them are more tolerant to the opposing faction, I would not be surprised if they make all races neutral and you choose your own faction based on personal preference. A lot of people do not like this idea and say that it is against the lore. Let me answer that by saying this. Vol'jin is currently using the Alliance characters to help in the revolution of the Horde. Anduin is not his father, and would give the Horde races a chance if they prove themselves loyal to the Alliance. Don't be surprised if in the future you see Tauren Alliance and Dwarf Horde running around Azeroth. I can also see Rathian in the future as a villain. I think that he is manipulating us all into doing his bidding so that he can rule Azeroth. Think about it for a moment. You could at some point do a scenario where you protect him from the people that are trying to kill him. These people could very well be in another scenario to try to stop him. PvP in a scenario. Truly epic. Rathian buffs you to the point that you beat them in your scenario, and they beat you in theirs. Later, you are in the opposite scenario, where you are the ones attacking Rathian after you have seen the truth to what he is doing. Truly a first in MMO gaming. What can we expect in a new class in the expansion? Well, if the Burning Legion is the next X-Pack, then the class may just be Demon Hunter. Unlike previous hero classes, TK, I hope that the Demon Hunter is more like the Monk and starts at level 1. Me personally, I did not like leveling from 55 up and having to learn all of your abilities right before you go into Outlands. and having professions start at 0, 55th level sucked. The Demon Hunter could be kind of like Illidan, but cooler. DPS, maybe a tanking spec. I also feel that we need another ranged class that can use ranged weapons, since Hunters are currently the only ones that do this. The Demon Hunter should not use any pets at all. Maybe a melee DPS spec, a tanking spec, and a ranged DPS spec for options to choose from. I also feel that we have tanks that can wear plate and leather, but none that can wear mail armor. Maybe the Demon Hunter will be a mail-wearing class. Or possibly give Enhancement Shaman a true tank spec. It is long overdue, and it would just feel right for them. Have their totems, help them hold aggro, and give damage mitigation to them and crit protection. This would stop them from dropping DPS totems while tanking, because they would have to have their tanking totems down just to tank effectively. Maybe something like Air Totem protects from crits, Fire gives them threat generation, Earth is a damage mitigation totem, and Water is minor hot. I would also love to see engineers be able to make a rowboat. Don't know why, it just sounds cool to me. It would of course be at normal swim speed and have no combat ability just like the other mounts. I also feel it is time to introduce a new profession. What that could be, I have no clue. But I remember when the new professions were introduced, and how much fun it was exploring a new profession in-game. I would love to see this video start a true discussion on the topic, not the childish comments most of these videos get. If you comment, please give reasons to support your ideas. I am Thoraal. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment.